She's here, you can take a break.
All right, welcome everybody. My name is Steve Lepore and I'm the chair of the Department of Social and Behavioral Sciences. And it's a pleasure to welcome all of you here virtually. Hopefully this time next year, this will be live and in person, except for those of you who are graduating. Yay, you made it through. So the Department of Social and Behavioral Sciences, for those of you who are new here and to parents and family members who might be joining in, is home to both the undergraduate and graduate programs in public health for our College of Public Health. And our mission in the Department of Social and Behavioral Sciences is to address social and behavioral determinants of health through scientific discovery and the creation of innovative, evidence-based programs and interventions that serve the health needs of diverse, vulnerable, and underserved populations in particular. Obviously, we are concerned about health broadly, but we especially are focused on these very high-risk populations. And I feel this mission is especially urgent today as the COVID-19 pandemic has starkly exposed gross social disparities and inequities in health in our community of Philadelphia, the region of Philadelphia, the nation, and really in the world. Our department strives to promote inclusivity in all that we do, and we promote healthy communities by training professionals and scholars who will excel in public health research and practice. Today's event is to recognize the many faculty, staff, students, and community partners that help us to realize this mission during a very trying year. And I'd like to begin by saying that while some extraordinary individuals and organizations will be recognized today, I also applaud the many of you, both present and absent, who have also contributed to our public health mission through your inquiry, advocacy, activism, care for others, and generosity and time. I also want to acknowledge the SBS Awards Committee this year, Deanne Wilsey. Deanne, could you just maybe wave? Carol Parks, Carol, if you could wave. Christina Whitmer, Michelle Scarpula, Kate Wolak, Stephanie Rouse, and Alana Butler. Their task was difficult because so many people really stood out this year. It's a bit like being a parent being asked to name their favorite child. The first award today goes to faculty members, awards today go to faculty members who have stood out among their peers in the areas of teaching, service, and mentoring. In a year when millions have suffered loss, our department experienced the loss of one of our dear colleagues, Stefan Keller. Our award for excellence in teaching is now being named after Stefan. Stefan's students characterize him as highly knowledgeable in his field and deeply caring for his students' well-being. He also liked to experiment with new technologies and methods to improve students' engagement and learning. These qualities of competence, innovation, and compassion are ones that we hope all professors will bring to their teaching game. This year's winner of the Stefan Keller Excellence in Teaching Award, Gina Trapicchio, certainly qualifies. Gina puts tremendous thought and planning into her courses to make them as inclusive and interactive as possible. She also pays attention to student feedback to continually improve her courses. Importantly, she has helped to expand our curriculum in nutrition by revamping existing courses and providing critical input into the proposal for our newly accredited MPH-RD, Registered Dietitian Program. She also provides opportunities for students outside of the classroom by engaging them in community outreach and research projects. I don't know where she finds all the time, but she does put a huge amount of heart and time into all of her students. And for this, we thank you, Gina. Thank you. This year's winner for the Faculty Service Award goes to Sarah Bass. This award is given to a faculty member who provides exemplary service to the institution and the community. Sarah is very generous in sharing her expertise and time to serve others. In addition to providing vital service on national grant review panels, serving on many important university committees, editorial boards, Sarah really stood out this year for her community service. Through many media appearances and her participation in the college's COVID-19 response team and the university Strategic Communications Committee, which got to use her expertise in health communication, she really genuinely helped to better inform our community about COVID-19. For this, we thank you, Sarah. This year's winner of the Faculty Mentor Award goes to Brad Collins. Despite being on sabbatical this year, Brad continued to provide outstanding mentorship to many students and to junior colleagues. He's helped numerous graduate and undergraduate students to achieve their goals by helping them to secure funding for their research and for their training, including extramural grants, encouraging them to submit their work to conferences, providing extensive feedback on drafts of papers and posters at all hours of the night and day, and creating professional development opportunities. Importantly, Brad also has extended mentorship to junior colleagues across the college and within the department. And for this, we thank you for your dedication, Brad. All right, the last acknowledgement that I would like to make is to our truly outstanding departmental staff who have kept operations flowing despite many uncertainties and tremendous challenges of working remotely. Somehow you were this sort of light in the dark. You were there when faculty needed you, when students needed you, when your colleagues across the college needed you. And we really are truly, truly grateful for all of your efforts. So thank you to Deanne Wilsey, Christina Whitmer, Gail Carlin, Natasha Benoit, Stephanie Rouse, and Alana Butler for your resilience, calm, and helpfulness during this really extraordinary year. Thank you so much. And now we'll turn it over to Stephanie. Are you there, Stephanie?
Hi, everybody. For those of you who don't know me or haven't had the pleasure of meeting me yet, I'm the undergraduate field education coordinator here at Temple, and we're so happy to have everyone today. On behalf of the department and the Office of Clinical Practice and Field Education, I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of our community partners and to also offer our sincerest thank you for your continued dedication to our public health students here at Temple. Due to the tireless enthusiasm of our community partners, semester after semester, we are able to extend interesting, impressive, and varied fieldwork opportunities to our students, even in these unprecedented times. When the pandemic hit mid-semester last spring, programs across the country struggled to acclimate and find internship placements for their students. Many internship sites just weren't able to convert their traditionally in-person opportunities to remote placements. And sadly, many students had to delay their graduation due to being unable to complete their internship requirement. But here at Temple, thanks to the work of our community partners, we were able to ensure that all of our undergraduate public health students who chose to continue with their academic plan completed internship and graduated on time. The adaptability of our community partners is unmatched. We are beyond fortunate to have such dependable and gritty preceptors and community partners. Through the dedication and unwavering support of our community partners, each semester, our students are provided with fascinating fieldwork placements that set their career trajectory in the direction of success. We want to thank all of you for the time and effort you put in. We know that it's a lot of work, it's a lot of commitment, and our students just have raving reviews of all their placements each semester. I'd also now like to present our Outstanding Supervisors Award. 2020 was, to say the least, a challenge, especially for our students that were unexpectedly thrown into the confusion of having to navigate these strange times. Asking anyone to traverse the college landscape in normal times is a lot, but expecting them to do so during a pandemic, at times it seemed nearly impossible. Temple was founded by Russell Conwell with a commitment to providing quality education and opportunities to all, not only including, but focusing on the non-traditional student. We pride ourselves in continuing that commitment today. And while all of our community partners are impressive and appreciated, 2 supervisors at one of our community partners truly put that commitment into practice each day. And that's why today we'd like to present Natasha Andrews and Brianna Pendleton of Girls Inc. with the Undergraduate Program's Outstanding Supervisors Awards. Russell Conwell's famous speech, Acres of Diamonds, emphasizes the value of education and the importance of community service. The pathway to personal success, he stressed, was largely educational. Educated persons, in turn, were obligated to serve others and to help them also realize their full potential. It was the duty of all to meet the needs of the community. Natasha and Brianna live these ideals and exemplify them in the good and important work that they do with our student interns and their program participants. Their commitment to those ideals and our student remains steadfast this past year, even with the stress, uncertainty, and continuously evolving circumstances surrounding COVID. And this type of role modeling is invaluable for our interns to witness as they transition from being students to young public health professionals. True to Temple's mission, Natasha and Brianna open their arms to a diverse group of student interns each semester and make a concerted effort to get to know each student, understand the makeup of their personal lives and the realities of their situations. And then they provide as much flexibility during the internship experience to ensure the student's success and growth. Pre-COVID times, Natasha and Brianna's ability to understand the challenges of the non-traditional student were important, but in this past year of uncertainty, their ability to adapt and transform their programming to not only meet the needs of their program participants, but our student interns also was indispensable. Girls Inc. has served as a community partner with Temple's undergraduate public health program for years and significantly predates my time at Temple. While the length of this affiliation is significant, the well-established relationship would not be as beneficial to our students without the specific work and dedication of Natasha and Brianna and their devotion to providing flexible and transformative opportunities for our students. On behalf of our students in the program as a whole, thank you, Natasha, Brianna, Girls Inc., and congratulations on being the recipient of this year's award. And I'd like to invite our Graduate Field Education Coordinator now, Alana Butler, to present the MPH Award.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, and thanks for starting us off presenting the Community Partner Awards. Like was said, I have the opportunity to run the fieldwork program for the graduate program, and this year's recipients for us are Fox Chase Cancer Center, specifically Dr. Jennifer Reese, Dr. Suzanne Miller, and Dr. Linda Fleischer. And Fox Chase has been a truly invaluable partner for our fieldwork program. They have, I believe they are the only institution to take all concentrations from our graduate program. They are always working with our students and are so committed to providing expertise and mentorship. When thinking about what to share specifically about these preceptors, I reached out to all of the students whom they supervise, including students who they've actually already committed to supervising in the future. And I pulled out several phrases and words that their students had to share. So I'd like to share those with you. They are exceptional, supportive, I was pushed to my fullest potential, mentorship, perfectly aligns with my interests, and it has been an honor. So thank you all so much for supporting our graduate students this year. It has been such a challenging year, and I think my students said it perfectly. You are all exceptional. So thank you so much. And I would like to pass it next to Jenny Fisher.
Thank you. All right, well, it is my pleasure to be able to acknowledge this year's recipient of the William C. Gross Scholarship. And this scholarship was established in 2007 through the estate of Dr. William C. Gross, who is a graduate of College of Health Professions, our old college, back in '79, to provide scholarships for doctoral students. And so it's my pleasure to recognize Mona Vaishya this year, Mona is a first-year student in SBS in the PhD program in social behavioral sciences. And she completed her undergraduate in psychology and biological sciences, and then earned her MPH in biostatistics from Texas A&M University. Mona is mentored by Dr. Brad Collins, and her research interests include maternal and child health, domestic violence, and substance abuse. And I can say without hesitation that Mona has been a really delightful addition to our program, and we're looking forward to your continued successes, Mona. Congratulations. All right, and now I'd like to turn it over to Kate Wolak.
Thank you. So the Pina DeLuca Fratamico Scholarship Fund was established through the generosity of Dr. Pina DeLuca Fratamico, who is a microbiologist and immunologist in the United States Department of Agriculture. And Dr. DeLuca Fratamico is passionate about public health and supporting the next generation of health professionals. The two recipients of the Pina DeLuca Fratamico Scholarship are Townley Sorge and Fiona Barandi Jenkins. Both Fiona and Townley are in the accelerated 4+1 BSPH to MPH program. And Fiona is passionate about working with youth. She served as a camp counselor and most recently has worked with Jumpstart Philadelphia as a core member, both in a preschool class as well as then mentoring high school students with the Philadelphia Youth Network. Townley is also engaged in service both on and off campus. She is in the Medical Reserve Corps, where she's worked with COVID testing and vaccination sites. And she is also a peer educator for the Wellness Resource Center at Temple and is the CPH representative for Temple student government. Congratulations to you both, and a huge thank you to Dr. DeLuca Fratamico for establishing this fund. The next I'd like to do is recognize our undergraduate award recipients. So I'd like to start by recognizing our OWL ambassadors. OWL ambassadors are exceptional representatives of our program. And this year we had 18 OWL ambassadors from our major who were representing the college. They volunteer their time to attend virtual open houses, experience days. They meet with students virtually and answer many, many questions. And they do all of this in their free time outside of work and internship and other volunteer opportunities, as well as their coursework and other responsibilities that they have. And so they have spent countless hours representing our program. And I appreciate how giving they are of their time and how willing they are to share their experiences with prospective students. So I'd like to recognize the graduating OWL ambassadors: Erica Carter, Maya White, Pilar Jackson, Quinn McHugh, Tanea Oliphant, True Din, Kyra Cummings, Charles LaFontaine, and Mark Ray. Thank you for all that you have done throughout your entire program, especially this year. Okay, so now I will announce the Outstanding Undergraduate Senior Award. So this award is presented yearly to an exceptional senior who has demonstrated personal, academic, and professional dedication to the field of public health. These students should have an established excellence in both the classroom as well as in their field experiences. Personal and professional dedication to public health should be demonstrated through the students' commitment to community service, as well as volunteering and working in settings which promote the ideals of the public health curriculum. So this year's Undergraduate Outstanding Senior Award goes to Lizzie Pearson. Lizzie maintained a 3.97 GPA during her entire undergraduate program at Temple. So as you may realize, she is in the 4+1 accelerated BSPH to MPH program. And in addition to her exceptional academic achievement, Lizzie is committed to participating in service both on and off campus. She interned at Cancer Support Community as their business administration intern. She was an emergency data relief intern for Broad Street, where she was then hired as their director of outreach and engagement, where she grew their social media presence by 500% in the first 6 months. And she started a national coalition for community health needs assessments and has hosted a number of webinars on how to complete these in times of COVID. And most recently, she's working on publishing public health books for children about growing up in the pandemic, which offers insight to medical terminology, coping with difficult emotions, and an introduction to the field of public health. And this is all within the past year. Congratulations, Lizzie. Now I'd like to introduce Michelle Scarpula, who will present the Undergraduate Public Health Outstanding Capstone Project Award. You're muted.
Michelle, you're muted.
Thought I'd hit it. Sorry, you knew somebody was going to do that today. The Undergraduate Public Health Outstanding Capstone Project Award recognizes an undergraduate with an exceptional capstone project. This project is the work of a 2-semester program planning and evaluation class in which students develop a public health program proposal. Students choose a health topic and priority population, conduct a needs assessment and community visit, create goals and objectives, develop a program including an educational curriculum and implementation plan, devise community involvement and marketing plans, as well as a program budget and evaluation plan. This award is given to the student who develops the most innovative program and who is able to present that program in the most persuasive way. This year, I'm very pleased to present this award to Cassie Navalta for her proposal, Iron Out Anemia. Iron Out Anemia focuses on the prevention of iron deficiency anemia among female college athletes through an educational program and behavior modification. The goals of the program are to increase knowledge of the risks female student athletes have for the development of this nutritional deficiency and to increase their consumption of iron-rich foods. Program activities consist of educational sessions, hands-on food activities, an educational video, a grocery store tour, a podcast series, and guest speakers. Cassie's program was well-researched, evidence-based, and written exceptionally well. Cassie began the year in Dr. Susanna Anderson's section and then joined my section in the spring while Susanna was on maternity leave. When I met with Susanna before the spring semester to get familiar with her students and their work, she told me that Cassie was the most consistent and paid close attention to detail, and I can tell you that is true. Cassie rarely missed attending any of my office hours, and she was always prepared with her list of questions, which would ask about her research, how to word something, or how to properly format the paper. She worked tirelessly on this proposal, and so I am so proud to present Cassie Navalta with the 2021 Undergraduate Public Health Capstone Project Award. Congratulations, Cassie. Well deserved. And now I'd like to turn this over to Dr. Jenny Stolo, who will present the Distinguished Undergraduate Internship Award.
Thank you and congratulations to all of our winners. Very exciting day, even though we're on Zoom. This is amazing. So I have the absolute pleasure to present the Public Health Nope, I'm kidding. No, I'm right. Sorry, coffee's not kicked in yet, but I am going to present the Public Health Distinguished Undergraduate Internship Award to Anna Marie O'Toole. Yes, indeed. I have had the absolute pleasure of working with Anna Marie in a couple of classes, and this award is given to a student who has demonstrated exemplary completion of their undergraduate senior internship activities. And Anna Marie, you know you deserve this one. Anna Marie completed a project titled The Impact of COVID-19 on Prevention Point Philadelphia Staff and Services. This was a qualitative project with Dr. Sarah Bass and the Temple Risk Communication Lab. She completed all of her work with the highest degree, always had a smile on her face, always ready to take on more challenges, and never ever skipped a beat. Also, if you're looking for some extraordinary crochet work, be sure to check out her wonderful shop. But congratulations to you. You're a pleasure to have in any classroom, any internship, any research setting. We are all so proud of you. This is so well deserved. Congratulations. And with that, I'm going to pass it back to one of our other winners, Gina, to present the next award, the CPH Research Day Undergraduate Award. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I am so excited, just as excited as Jenny, to present this award. This is very exciting. Our students have worked so hard. And yeah, so even though it's virtual, we're still very excited to honor their accomplishments. So I'm super excited to present the CPH Research Day Undergraduate Award to one of my outstanding students, Kalista Groff. Kalista has been a highly valued member of my research team since 2019, actually, and she is winning this award today for a project called Game on Philly, which is a huge behavioral intervention that has been conducted at 12 middle schools across Philadelphia and just has been a huge effort for everyone on the team. And Kalista specifically has led the data collection effort for the past year. She actually single-handedly collected most of the data herself in a pandemic, right, and done remotely nonetheless. And so I'm just absolutely so excited, so proud of her commitment, her dedication to this project, and her leadership. And so even when she was leading data collection, she was leading the research team, she then stepped up and said, I actually also now want to do some research, and put together this wonderful research project with excellent research questions and an outstanding presentation. The project was entitled Parental Support, Youth Self-Efficacy, and Self-Reported Physical Activity in Adolescence. And so I'm honored to present her with this award for the CPH Research Day Undergrad Award. Congratulations. And I'm now going to pass it over to Annie Frankel to move on to our graduate students.
Thanks, Gina. Hi, everyone. I'm really happy to talk with you today about our graduate students because, as with all of our Temple University students, the MPH and PhD students have demonstrated such incredible resilience this year. They've gone above and beyond program requirements. In a time when it's hard to find any energy at all, they have found extra energy to contribute to our programs. Really, our students' commitment to lifelong learning and community-based public health, it just inspires us. So first, I'd like to recognize our committee representatives. If you talk to any academic, you'll learn about the many committees that we convene to discuss curriculum and professional development, and governance and the weather. You name it, we've got a committee for it. But these students were kind enough to give their time and energy to committee participation, which offers a voice for students so that student perspectives are incorporated into the work that we do. So with that being said, I'd like to honor Melissa Rosen, who is our student representative for the online Masters of Public Health Committee, and Paul Diavanzo and Iman Williams, who were our student representatives for the graduate program committees. Thank you so much for your time and effort this year. Next, I'd like to recognize our graduate student mentors. This year, we tried to find new and innovative ways to support students, particularly those that are new to Temple University and found themselves in this fully online environment, not really knowing how to navigate the academic systems. 4 of our graduate students stepped up to connect with those new students, to offer resources and support, and just provide a program touch point, someone to ask questions to. Our mentors were Lonnie Duran, Shannon Cogdell, Melissa Rosen, and Catherine Zook. Thank you so much for this service to our new students. Next, I'd like to present the Outstanding MPH in SBS Graduate Award. This award is presented to a student who's demonstrated exceptional performance in academics, professional service, and field experience. I am so very proud to present this award to Lonnie Duran. Lonnie has been a nurse for 18 years, and in his current role, he serves as an infection preventionist at a VA medical center. That means that during the last half of his MPH program, he has literally been on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. And despite that incredible burden, Lonnie maintained a 4.0 GPA in the MPH program. And as I just mentioned, he even served as a mentor for our new graduate students. For his fieldwork project, he examined barriers to administration of the pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination among healthcare providers. It's clear that Lonnie is already putting his MPH to good use in his workplace. When he was notified about his award, Lonnie said something really meaningful, and I'd like to share it with all of you. He said, "As we close our programs at Temple, I see clearly this is where we needed to be. Our education in the College of Public Health during the COVID-19 pandemic allowed us to witness health disparities laid bare like no other time and academic experiences could have. Our challenges are evident, and we are now ready to work to eliminate outcome gaps. This has been worthy of our time and efforts. I am grateful we have had this opportunity." Lonnie, we are grateful to have had the opportunity to work with you. Congratulations. Finally, I'm really proud to present the Distinguished MPH in SBS Fieldwork Award. This award recognizes students who have taken their fieldwork projects a step beyond our academic expectations and beyond the expectations of the field site. I am delighted to present this award to Andrew Belfiglio. For his project, Andrew worked at the Philadelphia Parks and Recreation, supporting the Tree Philly Yard Tree Giveaway Program. At a time when we as a nation are struggling with how to address climate change, Andrew chose a project that required that he systematically map the links between the built environment and human health outcomes, and he did so to great effect. For his project, he conducted a comprehensive evaluation of the Tree Philly program, and his findings identified areas where the program can better support their participants so that more trees can be planted and successfully grown to increase the urban tree canopy in Philadelphia. But he didn't stop there. Andrew took the next step and created outreach materials that specifically targeted those areas of need. His work ensured that this project will have an impact far beyond his tenure at the site. Thank you so much for your work, and congratulations, Andrew. I'm now going to hand off to Chris Weldon for the CPH Research Day Graduate Award.
Hello, everyone. It is my pleasure to present the award for Best Poster Presentation by a graduate student at the Research Day. The award goes to Mona Baisha. We met Mona already because this is her second award of the day. Mona did a project entitled "The Role of Adverse Childhood Experiences in Substance Use Disparities in LGBT Populations." And she proved to be a very skilled data analysis looking at data from the 2019 Community Health Assessment from Central Florida. And as a part of this project, Mona found and reported in her presentation that LGBT individuals were disproportionately experiencing adverse childhood experiences, which was associated with their current tobacco use. So this work has implications for trauma-informed care for tobacco control. And Mona is currently working on writing up this manuscript and to report the findings, which is going to be a very important contribution to the health disparities literature. So it's my pleasure to congratulate Mona on this award, well deserved. And I'll turn it now to Michelle Scarpula, who's going to be presenting the Public Health Alumni Award.
Thank you. The Public Health Alumni Award honors a graduate of our BS/PH program who is within 7 years of graduation and has demonstrated a commitment to the discipline of public health. This year, the Public Health Alumni Award goes to Ms. Tammy Bartlett. Tammy came to Temple after serving 8 years in the U.S. Coast Guard and graduated from Temple with her BS/PH in 2017. She went on to earn her MPH in Health Policy Analysis from the Milken Institute School of Public Health at George Washington University. She was then a fellow at the Veterans of Foreign Wars and Student Veterans of America legislation, where she crafted and presented the proposal entitled Oral Health as Preventive Care to legislators on the Hill. Tammy currently works as the Associate Director of National Legislative Service at the VFW, where she advocates for the veteran population on issues specific to healthcare, mental health, suicide prevention, women veterans, minority and underserved veterans, telehealth, and caregivers. She monitors all legislation within her portfolio, actively lobbies Congress and the Department of Veterans Affairs, interacts with congressional members, and alerts VFW membership on legislation under discussion. Since her arrival to DC in this position, she has submitted several statements for the record and testified before the House Committee on Veterans Affairs subcommittees on several occasions. All of this, and she has only been out of undergrad for 4 years. I am thrilled to present the 2021 Public Health Alumni Award to Tammy Bartlett. Congratulations, Tammy. And if you'd like to say a few words, please unmute yourself at this point.
Thank you, Michelle. Good afternoon, everyone. I am honored to be selected as this year's Temple University Public Health Alumni Award. My journey to and beyond Temple University has been long and windy. Growing up, I wanted to become a pharmacist, and I loved the idea of how chemical compounds can make a positive impact on a person's quality of life. And I knew I wanted to go to Temple because they have the best pharmacy program in the nation. My senior year in high school, I came to the sad realization that my dream of attending Temple University to become a pharmacist would have to wait. It was just something my family could not afford. So I saw a Coast Guard recruiting ad in a college prep magazine and had the difficult conversation with my parents that shortly after I turned 18, I would serve my country while earning money for college. After serving for over 6 years, I survived an accident that unfortunately ended my Coast Guard career plans. And I found myself back in Pennsylvania healing from multiple injuries while figuring out my next step. As a step towards fulfilling my dream to a pharmacist, I spent 10 years as a sterile compounding pharmacy technician, fascinated by the way compounds mix together to become something that would make people and animals feel better. When a cousin became the second cousin to die by suicide, my depression deepened, and I sought mental health help within the VA, where I was connected with an amazing social worker who supported and encouraged me to go back to school. Even though I spent many years as a pharmacy technician on my feet for long hours at a time, my next career would need to be less strenuous and work with my disability, which meant pursuing a career as a pharmacist wouldn't be physically possible. I learned that public health had the opportunity to open many doors and windows across the world to create better health outcomes for people. At 37 years old, I finally took my first steps on Temple's campus as a student. For the next 3 years, I was inspired, empowered, and supported by an amazing community of professionals, professors, staff, and peers whose mission fanned the flames of my dreams, including Michelle Scarpula, who taught me the tools and skills to make health education interesting. She also works to engage alumni with current students. Dr. Kristen Rexing, who I had for disease prevention and control and society, drug, and alcohol perspectives. She continues to mentor and inspire my advocacy work. And Kate Woolick, who gave instructions on how to create, design, and write a well-written grant proposal. I'm also grateful for Kate because she endured many hours of conversation over my internship site selection, which I eventually landed an internship slot in Alaska, which because of my work, I was accomplished during that amazing experience. I was awarded the Temple 2017 Public Health Distinguished Undergrad Intern Award. In addition to my education, my time at Temple laid the foundation for my future, and I connected with other student veterans on campus and became the vice president of the Temple Veterans Association in 2016. And I was part of the grant writing task force that was awarded a Home Depot SVA Vet Center grant, which is located on Conwell Hall, 6th floor. The education and support I gained at Temple University made my next steps to graduate school at George Washington University less fearful. I felt prepared to tackle real-world situation with my innovative solution. And like Michelle said, my current role as Associate Director of National Legislative Services for VFW is a job I truly and honestly enjoy. I have the opportunity to interact and collaborate with members of Congress, Department of Veterans Affairs, and the VFW membership. My undergrad at Temple prepared me to bring a public health approach to some of the issues facing the veteran population, such as understanding a veteran's social determinants of health, bringing an upstream approach to mental health and suicide prevention, and understanding the value of valid and inclusional research. The best advice I can give to students is network, network, network. Take the chance of pushing yourself outside your comfort zone. Attend an event outside your scope of interest. You never know who you'll connect with. Also, cultivate a group of honest individuals who you can trust to be your best personal board of advisors. Like many others who serve, I'm often thanked for my service. I lean over and accept their appreciation and reply by adding, I'm not done yet. I'm often reminded of Russell Conwell's vision for Temple University to cultivate acres of diamonds. And I hope that he is proud as he sees his diamonds persevere under pressure to be the glimmer of hope and the guidance the world admires. Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy. That was wonderful. Everyone can now see exactly why you are so deserving of this award. So thank you for that. I'd like to now turn it back over to Annie Frankel.
Thank you, Michelle, and thank you, Tammy, for your words, which I think touched all of us. I'm going to take a tech risk here and see if I can share my screen effectively. So everyone, hold your breath for just a minute, please. All right, someone give me a thumbs up. Excellent, lots of thumbs up, thank you. I just want to take a few minutes as we start to wrap up our ceremony here to recognize all of our graduating MPH students for the class of 2021, because truly, though we only get a chance to highlight a few of them, the work that they have done is just exemplary. So I want to tell you a little bit about our class of 2021 for our MPH students. We are graduating 25 MPH students, but technically we have 27 master's degrees coming through for them because we have 2 dual degree students who took that extra step and earned both the Master's of Social Work and a Master's of Public Health degree. Really incredible work. Further, 6 of our graduates had already completed a graduate degree when they came back to get their MPH. In some cases, they already had 2 graduate degrees. So there's that lifelong commitment to learning. 5 of our graduates already hold a degree from Temple University, which is something that we pride very much. We love to see our alumni come back and earn another degree. Finally, across the years, our students joined us from more than 9 states and territories and several European countries, though I couldn't tell you exactly which ones because the student was pretty much in a different country every week. So it was amazing that we were able to connect with people, especially over the last year, from all over the place and find common ground in the classroom together. As a class, our MPH students completed over 7,000 hours of field work from fall to spring, so 2020 to 2021. The highest number of hours completed by a single student was 639. Think about the impact that our students are making with that type of time in the field. In the graphic here, you'll see some of the themes of the fieldwork projects that our students examined over the past year. Many of them had a focus on community health in one way or another, but you can see that several projects focused on telemedicine, which makes sense for today, on nutrition, on cancer, on disabilities, on literacy, and on so many more important public health issues that we need to be focusing on. I'll also note that this year, every single one of our MPH fieldwork students had a focus in their project on inequities, on somehow addressing the upstream causes of inequities in our systems. And that is truly what will engender change. The next slides have photos and the names of the fieldwork projects for our graduating students. If you'll bear with me, I'm going to read their names. Remember, there's only 25 of them, so I promise it will be quick. Congratulations to all of our graduates: Andrew Belfiglio, Shannon Cogdell, Christina Cruz, Gila Davis, Julia Davis, Mary Donahue, Alicia Duck, Shane Janik, Jackie Liss, Melissa Rosen, Natasha Toe, Madison Bright, Karen Brown, Paul Brown, Lonnie Duran, Sarah Favorite, Ariel Fuchs, Lindsay Mendola, Alex Miller, Michaela Ragsdale, Nicole Strand, Carlos Valdovinos, Devin Vaughn, Amon Williams, and Stephanie Wilson. Congratulations to all of our graduates. I'm going to pass it off to Kate Wolak to finish this up.
Thanks, Annie. So we have about 120 students who are graduating, and I promise I'm not going to read all 120 of their names. But last year, because there was no in-person graduation ceremony, my colleague Michelle Scarpula and I started a tradition. So each year, our graduating class takes a picture of themselves with an adjective describing Temple Public Health students. And so we're excited to share the video of the students who participated, and you may see a few faculty and staff in there too. Before I show the video, I want to give a huge thank you to Charles Kelly, who is also graduating this year and interned with Michelle and I this past spring semester. He did a fantastic job in coordinating this project and putting all of it together. Congratulations to the class of 2021, graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Public Health. You are all of these things and so many more. We know that you will go off and continue to do great things.
Thank you all. It's been a great pleasure having you here today, and I hope no one complains if we end a Zoom meeting 1 minute early. Goodbye, everybody.